Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy again, the franchise player, Double B Bad Blood, joined by the chemical on himself, Mr. Mixologist of the professional wrestling world, Chemical Julian. My boy Phil Lindsay off of Grapsody Saturday mornings. Go check him out. He's funny as shit. And then we got this dude right here, Shane. Shane is a moderator. We put Shane on because Shane's sometimes funny. Most of the time he ain't funny, but it is what it is. Shane is the only man in the world of professional wrestling that when we have a 10 count, rings the bell 12 times.
That reminds me, does Dark Order need a number 12?
Jesus Christ. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, welcome to another edition of Roundtable Frozen Podcast. Wednesday nights, AEW Dynamite. And it is also a Christmas special, as you can see.
Christmas!
I am so not Christmassy, but I am wearing a Christmas hat. I got this nice apple cider with a little bit of crown in it. Your boy Phil's got his little Christmas gear on right there. Julian, are you wearing a fucking jumper?
It's called a onesie, baby.
Onesie.
Oh my god!
Like this is got like some of the only Christmas like wrestling merch I have. So
what is it?
It's the New Day.
Oh shit! Okay, New Day rocks up in this piece. I'm still trying to get those.
Hey man,
those,
just
remember
remember
those pollen Jordans that Kobe be wearing, but
yeah. It's really not Christmas till you watch Beat Street.
Oh my god!
What does Beat Street have to do with Christmas?
Ho ho ho, ho ho ho.
He said Beat Street, ladies and gentlemen. 99% of y'all that watch this podcast don't know what the fuck
That is a
Beat
Christmas
Street is,
movie
but
for real.
At least
man.
Phil knew what it was.
Hey, tell you what, I'll give y'all a pass if you watch Bad Santa.
Oh my god!
You know, Bad Santa is the only reason I even changed the channel to Gilmore Girls.
Wait.
Gilmore Girls.
Hold on 1 second. Did you just say Bad Santa is the only reason you changed the channel to like Gilmore Girls?
Yeah, because the mom from Gilmore Girls was the one.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay,
yeah,
I got
all
you
right.
now.
Got
I got you now.
Yeah, all right.
yeah. I'll go ahead and coastline on that one because yeah. So Phil, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good. Just Christmas kind of snuck up on us. I completely forgot this week was Christmas until like a few days ago. It's just like I don't know, man. This month like flew by,
bro.
Yes,
sure did.
Christmas snuck up on me so bad that all the Christmas presents are in the trunk of my car, and it is now 2 days before Christmas, and I have not wrapped anything.
Yeah, me neither. I haven't wrapped a single gift.
So if you're getting a Christmas present from me, be aware you're gonna get that shit in a bag, not wrapped. A bag with a sticker on it that says "Happy, Merry Christmas."
Hey,
and
it's the
enjoy
thought that counts.
yeah.
True statement. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, the thought does count, and you can donate to bodyslam.net to help keep this website going. You can go ahead and contribute, and it'll be a lot simpler, a lot easier if you just go right here to this website, www.slamchats.com. That is www.slamchats.com. Make sure this Christmas is slamtastic. Make sure you are just slamming shit around. I mean, Christmas does come a lot faster than Veer Mahan does, but yeah. So tonight,
you realize that Veer Mahan rhymes with Beer and Mahonda? I was like, I can get Beer and Honda real quick, but all right.
Sanatoni Khan, that is, made good on his offer, or made good on his promise, I should say. He's been talking a lot on the internet lately. He's been on Twitter. He's been doing the most, just blasting out, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And tonight he did that. Look, tonight's first match was Adam Cole versus Orange Cassidy. So, I'm just going to tell you guys right now, it was a good match.
It was.
It was a damn good match. And I think what happened at the end of the match kind of overshadowed the match. What do you think, Julian?
So let's just break it down here. One of the five pillars, not four. One of the five pillars, one of the five pillars of AEW is freshly squeezed, and
ooh, that's a hot take.
And while he's not an AEW original, while he wasn't made by AEW, I mean, hell, who was? he deserves a lot more respect, I guess, than what he's getting from the Super Click, what's
Super
soon
Elite.
to be the Super Elite, what's soon to be the
don't give it
Undisputed.
away yet. Don't give it away yet.
Okay. Anyway, so
let's talk about the match. Let's not talk about what happened after the match.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, it was a very good match, but believe it or not, I mean,
yeah, for I mean, well, hell, okay. Adam Cole always puts on a good match.
Yes.
Orange Cassidy usually puts on a very entertaining match. So I mean, between these two, I don't think you could do too bad, and they did great tonight. Funniest
part for me was the spot where they have been pounding each other just left and right, and Orange Cassidy started giving him those lazy kicks, you know.
His lazy kick spot. Whoa.
Yeah, then Adam Cole goes for this clothesline, and Orange Cassidy ducks it and kicks the shit out of him with a stiff super kick.
Yeah,
bro, it was pretty sick. So Shane, what are your thoughts on this match? Let's just get it out of the way.
I thought it was really good, and it was very undisputed.
This fucking guy, man! I am so glad you weren't on here when we were trying to not spoil Spider-Man, because you would have been like, "Oh my god, Spine Buster by the Goblin." I would have just had to kill you. Damn, Phil.
I thought this was good. I mean, I don't know, man. I am one of those guys that I think Orange Cassidy is kind of underrated in the ring. When they had that tag match, when it was him against him and Fish against wow, why am I trying to blank? Against Yuta and it was Yuta and Orange Cat, Yuta and Cole. It was a great match, and I was like, okay, I want to see them in like a singles match, and so this like lived up to expectations. I think like all of the stuff where Orange was kind of playing around with Cole, and then like he wouldn't take him seriously, and then he would kind of like make him pay for it. I thought all that stuff was good. For a minute there, I thought Orange Cassidy was gonna win the match until we got some interference.
No, it was. I mean, he did. He came close to winning like a couple times, and Orange Cassidy, he really is a very underrated guy in the ring. I mean, those Ricky Steamboat ass arm drags, beautiful.
He is hella athletic. I mean, just hella athletic, and it's evident by, for anybody out there who doubts me or anybody out there who wants to try me, put your hands in your pocket, lay on the ground, and kip up.
Most people can't do that without putting their hands in their pockets. So
I'm saying.
Do a whole
only Orange Cassidy can do that.
Yeah, do a whole tope with your hands in your pockets, not going through and vaulting yourself off the ropes. Hands in his pockets the whole time.
For real.
I mean, what people don't realize is the dude got to the top rope, put his hands in his pocket, and hit a fucking drop kick. Okay, I was like, yeah. I mean, Orange Cassidy's money. I mean, he was with Beyond Wrestling and doing this stuff on IWTV for a long time. Is a cult. He has a cult following on the Indies. So I mean, it was only a matter of time before people actually got to see.
Dude, he's beyond the cult following at this point. I mean, he's main event dude.
Yeah, I thought he proved himself in that triple threat match. I don't think people talk enough about how good that triple threat match was with him and Omega and Pac.
Yeah,
that was really good.
And you're right about that, because when he had that feud with Pac, oh my god, like that right there should have told you he was like a main event player, because Pac's just fucking amazing regardless. So yeah, it was a pretty good match. But the ending is what people were really talking about. I mean, Kyle O'Reilly debuts.
Not no 3 of E reunite, but
here's the thing though, the UE reunites. And it was really weird because like a lot of people on Twitter were like, "Oh, I bet they're gonna gloss over the fact that Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole had their last man standing feud on NXT." Well, they went face to face. Like he's like, "What the fuck are you doing here?"
Mm-hmm.
So they sold the story a little bit right there.
They carried it on just a little bit.
We were talking about this a couple weeks ago when Kyle O'Reilly was done with the NXT. and we said if he came to AEW, would they reform the Undisputed Era, and how would it work with the Bucks and Adam Cole? Well, lo and behold, the Bucks came down tonight. They look pissed.
They look jealous.
So
maybe they'll name the tag team FTB.
Fuck the Bucks.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, yeah, there's money there in a trio in a 6-man match. I think the stuff like Callis spying on them a few weeks ago and listening to their conversations, that means like Kenny is kind of like kind of on the outs with the Bucks. We haven't seen it yet, but he doesn't know he doesn't know what the Bucks did at the end of the title match. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting stuff when Omega finally comes back.
Or when you don't heal up.
Hey, so here's an idea. What if you get Undisputed Elite together in AEW, and they do like a fake ass NWO kind of just like, we're here from that other organization and we're here to, we're superior to you people
I don't think
because
that would
blah,
ever
blah, blah.
happen again.
Yeah,
That was lightning in a bottle. No one's going to buy that shit these days. Everyone
it
knows.
would be a great little heel run for them.
I mean, it would
And
be.
Yeah.
Adam Cole, I mean, I think whatever Adam Cole does is pretty much okay with the fans.
And see, okay, so here's the thing too. We talked about this before. I don't think Adam Cole can be an effective heel in AEW. Now, I know you were wondering why the fuck is he saying that he's a heel. Adam Cole and the Bucks have that
Cool heel vibe.
the Hall and Nash syndrome.
Sure.
What I mean by the Hall and Nash syndrome is that Hall and Nash came and they demolished everyone on Monday Nitro. They launched out at Rey Mysterio onto the side of a fucking RV, and they came with bats and they beat the hell out of everybody. They were getting cheered. No matter what they did, people loved them. Just set a dude on fire. Yay, do it again. People love them. Adam Cole's the same way. I mean, Cole comes out and it's just his presence. Like, he comes out and he does all this horrible shit to people, and then he gets in the ring and goes, Adam Cole, baby, and the whole friggin' crowd does it. He does the whole boom, the crowd does it. You're a bad guy. The crowd ain't supposed to give a shit about your music. The crowd's not supposed to give a shit about you at all.
Wait a second. You kind of sound like Vince McMahon.
Hey, whoa,
killing Bobby Roode's babyface heat when he was a heel, coming out to glorious domination amongst other assorted,
hold on.
active music.
You can never accuse me of being Vince McMahon because I like black people. Just saying. High five. Yep, hottest of hot takes right there. Secondly,
hey, man.
I like wrestling.
Yeah.
There it is. The two reasons why I can never be Vince McMahon: one, I like black people, and two, I like wrestling. Oh, and the third one, I'm not gonna fire people for no fucking reason at all. And then
162 people.
And then come online and make a joke about it.
But can the three coexist?
The C
you
word.
coexist with Shane all the time. So I mean, I'm just saying.
The naughty C word.
The naughty C word. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Naughty C word.
But this whole Undisputed Era thing, like, I have a okay. So I think, and this would be just me thinking out loud, the AEW Trios titles are coming up. What do you think about Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, and Adam Cole being the Trios champions? The Bucks, the tag team champions. Kenny Omega come back as the heavyweight champion. They do the whole New Japan Bullet Club gimmick. Well, the Bullet Club had all the titles: the tag team titles, the junior tag team titles, the IWGP heavyweight title. You know what I mean? I can kind of see that happening, unless.
So the tag team titles, the trios title, TNT title.
No. Cody has all the TNT. Unless the Bucks turn face, and the Bucks are getting beat down week after week after week by the Undisputed Era. And who should come save them? Not Kenny, but Cody. Because even Dan Lambert said they brought Dan Lambert back just so someone can be more hated than Cody.
Hey,
I mean, think about that.
Here.
I don't know. What do you think about that?
I kind of have a feeling just the way the not undisputed era debuted. I have a feeling they're going to interfere at the end of this championship match on TBS. I would not be surprised if they end up laying out the winner and or loser of that match.
So you think, oh shit, I didn't think about Hangman Page.
Yeah.
They still got beef with Brian because Brian interrupted Cole's debut.
True.
And yeah, like to me, I feel like Cole is going to challenge for the title sometime in 2022.
Oh, for sure.
So I feel like them, making a statement in the first episode on TBS makes a lot of sense.
That's a good hot take right there. That is. I mean, we already have some huge matches already announced for that show. I mean, we got the Thunder Rosa J Cargo match was going to be on that show.
Mm-hmm.
We got the round 2 of the AEW World Championship match. Okay, so I want to get to that. Let's get to the next match before we get to that. Dan Lambert came out, did a promo, whatnot. They announced Adam Page versus Bryan Danielson live on TBS for the championship. This is Danielson Page 2. Now, I said on Twitter, that thing's hella hot.
You took off your Christmas hat.
That thing is hella hot. So they talked about it on Twitter. They were like, yeah, I mean, I talked about it on Twitter. I said, I see that they're gonna do a no time limit match, which we kind of expected because after they go to the time limit, the next thing will be a non time limit match. But Bryan Danielson with his fucking judges, like
that confused me right there. Why would you need judges?
Well, I mean, okay, so I get what he's trying to get at. He's trying to make it a more like athletic, like UFC type, boxing type, where there can be
amateur wrestling.
Is he building up to a pure ROH title match?
That's a good question. Phil, you're shaking your head. I know you got something to say about that.
I just thought it was interesting because your boys talked about possibly having judges on the last episode of Grapsity, and I was like, I looked at that and I kind of like digitally looked at Reg like, we're here, we saw it.
Yep.
But no, I feel like them doing 2 time limit draws this year and then going basically like, oh, we're going to do the judges to make sure there's the definitive ending. I feel like it makes a lot of sense. Like you do the judges and that's the way to make people think there will be a draw again, but then you're going to get a clean finish.
Hey man, but check this out. So Bryan Danielson said he wants these judges because he doesn't want Page running out the clock to make it a draw. Well, if you're a heel and you're protecting your belt, hell, if you're a babyface and you're protecting your belt, if you're a champion and you're protecting your belt and you find yourself in a situation, you do what you got to do to protect your title. And running out the clock to protect your belt is not against the rules.
No.
Because running out the clock means you're just not getting pinned. So if you can't pin me for 60 whole minutes and I'm not getting counted out the ring and I'm not getting DQ'd, then fuck you for not doing your job.
Well, that's champion's advantage right there.
Sure is.
Count, disqualification, time limit draw. Champion's advantage. The heel champion will not give a shit about that.
Correct.
The face champion is going to be like, oh no, I can't do this. I have to win.
Yeah, man, 2 great things I saw Danielson do tonight. I mean, first of all, he's still coming out of the face tunnel, which I think is interesting.
Yep.
He still thinks he's a face.
Coming out of the face tunnel, acting like a heel.
Yeah, and then him introducing the idea of judges is interesting because he's the one that would have lost that match if it only went like a few seconds longer. He very intentionally rolled to the middle of the ring to get the draw because he was going to lose. And I feel like just presenting that level of doubt, like, oh well, I've never been beaten by anyone. No one has pinned me yet, is technically true, but he knows that he almost lost that match.
So I'm gonna tell you, this is why I think Bryan Danielson is such a great heel. You said two things right there. One, he's the one that asked for the judges.
Yep.
Two, he came out of the face tunnel. So to me, he's not being a heel. He's just being a competitor. He wants to win the championship.
Correct.
He's laying out how he was in the middle. He laid out how he took this guy to the limit. All he wanted to do is win the championship. Now, of course, he's talking shit to the crowd because, hey, it is what it is. But he said this from the start. I'm here to win the world championship. I'm not here to mentor the young talent. I'm not here to be friends with anybody.
He's here to kick some ass.
I'm here to win championships. I'm here to be the best. So what is he doing wrong? What makes him a heel? Because he's trying to beat up the face champion? Hey, we were all cheering for him when he was facing Kenny Omega. His actions have not changed from wrestling Kenny Omega to wrestling Adam Page. So he's not a heel.
Right.
He's not a heel. And he's got that remember I said Kurt Angle? How I think Kurt Angle was the best heel in professional wrestling?
Yeah.
Ever. He's the best heel ever in professional wrestling. And I'll tell you why. Because he never lied.
Correct.
Dude won an Olympic gold medal with a broken neck.
Broken freaking neck.
Freaking neck. He didn't lose.
There you go.
Like he did. He won the medal with a gold. He won the medal with a broken neck, and he told you why he was better than you. Because I've been wrestling 29 years. Knock on wood. I haven't broken my neck, and if I did, I wouldn't win no fucking gold medals. That's for damn sure. I'm just saying. Just call it like it is. So, what are your thoughts on that, Julian?
Look, like I said, the American Dragon, he's trying to essentially, put things in his favor. Of course, he's trying to go. First of all, we got to find out who these judges are. That's of course going to be the big fiasco. Who are these judges? Are they qualified? Are they heels? Are they faces? Are they whatever? But I mean, at the end of the day, Hangman Page just needs to do what he needs to do to protect his title. And so, hell, if that means going for a DQ, if that means, having the Dark Order come in for the assist, or if that just means, making just brutalizing Bryan Danielson, he just got to do what he got to do to be champ.
Now, if he did that, if he had the Dark Order come in and help interfere in his matches, that would make him a heel. Now,
but not if he's like, oh, hey guys, what are you doing? Oh man, cut that out. But let me capitalize on this roll up.
I don't think that would happen. But then again, in the immortal words of Becky Lynch, you're just mad that I did it before you did.
Yes.
What was that? I always say, I'm a heel, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the bad
man.
guy in wrestling.
I
I'm the
said
bad
it
guy
last
in wrestling.
week.
But
I
I
said
will
it
tell
last
you,
week when Becky cut that promo on Liv Morgan,
she was the face.
Becky wasn't being a heel. She was just like, hey, look.
Telling the truth.
Hey, look. If you really were a student of the game, you would have done the shit first.
True statement.
Yeah.
I mean, she's been saying that from jump. She said that to Bianca as well. Like, no, you shouldn't have fell for the cheap shot. Like, that ain't on me.
Yeah.
I tell people this all the time. I'm a bad guy in wrestling. I'm a heel. I'm not a heel. I just want to win. And keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, it's not cheating unless you get caught.
Yes.
And apparently she wasn't caught because, well, she won. Apparently, if Adam Page should do some shenanigans and doesn't get caught, hey, he's just defending his championship. What's wrong with that?
Remember, Bobby Heenan said a pat on the back is just a few inches from a kick in the ass.
True statement.
Yep.
True statement. So we'll go backstage, and the Pinnacle is backstage, cutting a shitty promo. MJF is going off on Sting, Darby, and Punk.
Wait,
But-
hold up. MJF goes off on one person that really matters here. And who is that?
Wardlow
Warlow.
So we covered this.
3 weeks ago.
Man, this is some time.
We
this was a
covered
while
this
back.
so long ago. Veer Mahan has just started his journey to fucking Raw. That's how long it's been since we covered that.
He delivered his last Amazon Prime package.
But it was really smooth. It was really smooth the way they covered it because MJF was like, "Don't I hire you to watch my back?" Never mind. Hey, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we're better than this. We're better than this.
Yeah.
So, the Pinnacle backstage cutting a promo, MJF. It made me laugh a little bit because if you look at MJF and you look at FTR,
Yeah.
they kept saying they were the kings. The three of them were the kings of wrestling.
They were leaving out for Warlow.
They were leaving out Wardlow and Shawn Spears.
Yeah.
Yes, they were.
So what is that saying?
They don't like him.
No,
Hey, man.
there's some dissension there. What do you think, Phil?
Sean Spears has been relegated to sign guy.
Hey, man. This Wardlow dissension storyline has been building for a while. I feel like eventually he's going to break out and he's going to be the Batista of that group.
Yep.
And I mean, like the Sean stuff, like Sean is fine with just being a hit guy. Like he doesn't care. You know, you just send me to hit somebody with a chair. That's it. Like he
He
doesn't
feels
care.
good.
He's good with his spot. He's good with coming out there with the suit jacket on with no shirt under it.
And then Jordan's with a beanie.
Yep.
Oh man, it's funny because you're talking about how Wardlow is going to be the Batista of this group. Wardlow has a 27-3 record.
14 wins in a row, right?
Man, that is
Yeah.
crazy.
From power bombing people 3 and 4 times in a row.
And I feel bad for poor Sean Dean,
Oh man,
my boy,
He
our
got
captain.
destroyed.
I feel
Chicago
bad for Sean
representative,
Dean.
man.
Man.
Salute to Sean.
Sean
man.
Lee.
Man,
Hate that it was you, brother. Hate that it was you.
man, I do hate that it was him because 5 power bombs. Like, did he get any offense?
No, he
Like,
didn't,
no,
man.
This was the match. He kicked him in the
Wardlow
stomach.
just,
Power
like-
bomb one.
Got in there, destroyed him, and get out.
It was like Sid Vicious all over again.
Yeah, I was hoping Carly Bravo was gonna come down and try and at least save him or something. No, I was like, man, I know this guy had friends. I see him posting pictures with friends online. Where y'all at? Like, what's going on?
Right?
I know
My
he
man,
has friends.
Yeah, no
Hey,
kidding.
and if y'all really want to get a job at AEW, y'all need to be friends with Sean Dean. I'm just saying. Just saying. Yeah, it was pretty bad. But when we talked about the Dan Lambert promo already, but let's talk about Britt Baker. Oh, look,
EMD.
I don't know if anyone else caught this, but I caught it like right off the gate. My girl Jamie Hayter was standing there, and Tony tells her, "Hey, let's talk about this match with Riho," and then Tony takes some mistletoe and puts it over Britt's head.
I did not see that.
And, and Jamie Hayter slapped it out of his hand. And Britt was like, "Are there flies in here?"
Surprise, bitch.
Not to mention that earlier in the night, Tony was so salty about Adam Cole.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, he
Oh,
was
yeah.
so fucking salty.
Tony was salty all night, man. His commentary during the main event, he was not feeling your boy MJF, man.
Ooh.
He was biased against MJF. He's
Bro,
always biased.
he said, "You're a piece of shit." I was like, "Whoa, Tony."
We're sick of this yellow bellied coward guy. Get him out of here. That wasn't even the funniest heel commentary of the night. I think the funniest was Darby coming down to the ring and Tash just going, "This guy, I'm sick of this guy. Get him out of here."
Hey man, so check
Wait.
it out.
But Taz really was salty because they mentioned Jim Ross is coming back, and he's like, "Oh, Colorado gets a AEW graphic. I should get one that says I'm not here anymore."
Yeah, he did say that.
Taz on heel commentary is always
not
good,
here.
man.
Tony was like, "Don't worry, we can work that out."
Man, those two chemistry is just funny as shit.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But so the Britt Baker promo, Britt Britt basically went off on the fact that she made the division. She was like, I built this division and I've been here since day one and made no one going to take this from me. And she was going off like the way she was cutting that promo was like she was kind of shooting a little bit on the promo. I felt like it was some real personal shit.
Was she shooting or was she talking truth?
It was a little shooting going on. It was a little Christmas story references in there. I'll shoot your eye out.
Shoot your eye out, kid.
Yeah, I mean, hey, but my thing is you gotta give Rio her credit, man. Like I feel like Rio in that first year was having some great matches, and I still, all love to Britt Baker. I still think that Sheeta was the best AEW Women's Champion. I'm sorry, people are they can disagree with me all they want, but
You
I
think that Rio was the best women's champion?
No, I said I think that Sheeta was the best women's champion. Like that year-long run, those pay-per-view matches she was having.
Yeah.
No, she was a fantastic champion.
Okay, Sheeta was good. I wouldn't say she was the best. I'd say she was great at what she did at the time. But we all know that when you're a champion in any sport, you gotta be marketable. You gotta be like Big E. In my opinion, Big E is a great WWE champion because he is out there doing everything. He's on the cover of fucking Pro Wrestling Illustrated. He's at baseball games. He's at boxing matches. He's at high school football games. He's at college basketball. The dude's on everything. He's trying to make it. He is in the Miz. Same thing. Dancing with the Stars and all this other shit. She wasn't doing that.
Hey, but my question to that is, did they ever give her a chance to do that? They gave Baker a lot of chances to do either backstage promos. They never did any of the vignettes and stuff that they do with Baker, with Sheeta until her reign was over. Like if they had done what they're doing with her and Deeb right now, I think we wouldn't be having this conversation. Like I don't feel like they gave her the opportunities that she deserved, and that's possibly because it was during COVID as well.
Yeah.
I think some of it was just bad timing, but in ring, I feel like she had some excellent matches.
Oh no doubt, bro.
Hey, so when the segment was on tonight, like I said, my lady was sitting here watching AEW with me, and I explained the whole Britt Baker DMD thing, and I was like, yeah, if you go to Aetna, you could find her as an in-network doctor. And she was like, really? She got a practice? I was like, yeah, she got like a real legit practice.
Talk about practice?
You can schedule an appointment. So then she goes, why is her title so big? Like the middle plate and the two side plates take up her whole waist. Like, why is her belt so big? And I was like, it's kind of an equity issue because, over the years, the men's championships have been huge. And like a lot of times women's championships have been pretty fucking tiny. So, now they're actually
belt
to shine.
Yeah. It's very small.
Like a quarter. It's like a quarter and 2 nickels on the side. Like it was small.
Because like you remember the belt that the Mool used to run around with that looked like some Christmas wrapping ribbon with some pennies taped to it. I mean that thing was hella small. So they're actually catching up.
Yeah, and I mean, hey, I like British champion. I feel like the great thing about what she's saying is there's enough room for you to believe her, and I feel like the best villains, they think they're right. Mm-hmm. But as much as you can say she built that division, I feel like there were other women that
most definitely
carried that division before she was champion.
Yes,
she can lay claim to being the first official signee of AEW. She was the first woman signee, I believe. Period. So I mean, yeah, you can give her that, and you can say she was the division was built around her. But then there's like Nyla Rose, and then there's Sheeta, and then there's Serena Deeb, and even Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter to me is the prototype of what a women's professional wrestler is going to be. She's got size, she's got speed, agility, she's got the endurance, she's got the look, like she's got the mic skills, like she's good. Britt Baker just happens to be I don't want to say the Charlotte Flair of AEW, but she really is the Charlotte Flair of AEW when it comes to getting the push. But it is what it is. So going from Britt Baker to Nyla Rose and Ruby Soho in the semifinal match of the AEW TBS Championship.
Hey man, that jacket was giving both of them a lot of problems, man. That jacket wanted to be the winner of that match.
The jacket won. The jacket had the
The
first
jacket
3
wanted to
minutes
stay
of the
fun.
match.
Yeah.
The jacket was the biggest heel in the match for 3 minutes. She couldn't get her hand out, and it was even to the point to where Nyla grabbed the jacket and tried to take it off, and then she turned around to the camera and goes, "This fucking jacket."
Yeah, she was trying to pretend like that's not what she was doing. Like she was pulling on the jacket and stopping it at the same time, and she was just like, "This jacket will not come off."
The jacket got the big pop when it finally came off.
Jacket
man.
time, sign to AEW.
Jacket off time, sign the AEW.
Oh my god.
Jacket time confirmed.
Oh.
Jacket time.
Oh
No,
man.
no.
At least the jacket. Wait, at least there was no talk of taking a big shit on this show. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, the match is really good. Like solid. It was really solid. Like honestly, Ruby Soho played the heel in peril. I mean the face in peril. You know, she was getting her ass kicked the whole match, and she came back with some really great stuff. There was a lot of near falls.
Yep, sure
And
did.
the finish, my God, the finish, great. Phil, you posted something on Twitter about you were like, this is a fun match. Why do you think it was such a fun match?
No, it was a lot of fun. I think, I think Nyla is very underrated. I don't think people give Nyla nearly enough credit. I think both of her tournament appearances this year, she proved why she was champion at one point because she was extremely good in the Eliminator tournament earlier this year. Mm-hmm. And I feel like she was great in this tournament as well. And I think people just kind of sleep on her because, her title reign just came at a poor time. Like, it was right when COVID hit. And she never really got, like, big defenses under her belt. But I think she's a fantastic wrestler, man. Like, I don't always like when she does the spot off the top rope because, to me, you have to wait so long for it to build up, and you've got the person sitting on a rope for so long. It just always looks kind of awkward to me. But other than that, like the Beast Bomb, I don't care how many times I've seen her do it. She always puts stank on it afterward. It just looks great. But yeah, this was a fun match. Like you said, the finish was awesome. The riot kick, Soho kick, whatever it's called,
from the second rope.
That looked great. I thought just the way that it looked like a few times Nyla was going to walk away with this thing in a few of those spots. And, even Vicky's interference, I'm not a big fan of the manager interference spot, but Vicky is so good at it that I thought it worked here.
I will tell you that it was, in my opinion, one of the best matches I've seen Nyla Rose work since being in AEW. She is such a dominant heel. Plays her role really well. Not even pausing for the bullshit in the crowd.
Oh, she flipped them off and kept rolling.
Yeah, correct.
Legit, like strictly professional.
Which, I mean, guys.
Props to her for keeping them professional on that.
Hey, people, we talked about being kind on Twitter, and we said, hey, don't write nothing online. Like, if you write something online, write it with the idea in mind that the person you're writing to is going to show up at your house tomorrow.
Real shit.
Like, are you really going to say this to their face when they show up at your front door?
Of course not.
Now, let's remember.
I'll just say this. I'll just say this and let it go. I'll just say this and let it go. You talking shit to fucking Nyla Rose because you're behind the guardrail. Correct. Guarantee if Nyla Rose walked up to you on the outside, you wouldn't be saying that shit.
She would beast bomb you for real.
She'd make you eat that fucking sign. Legit. So, with that being said, shout out to Nyla Rose. Strictly professional. Proud of you for that. Great match all around. I will tag you on Twitter with this so you can watch the show.
I would really hate to see a asshole fan be the victim of a spot getting blown. You know what I mean? Hey, spear me through the guardrail.
We're going to talk about a spot being blown by the camera guy later on.
Oh, yeah.
Later on. We'll talk about that shit. Shout out to our boy Toby. Toby says, how you guys doing tonight? Doing well, sir. Doing well. Thank you for joining us here on this crazy show. Happy holidays to you. So before we go any further, let's go to a quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back with more of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Drive me insane!
When you want to get your hair cut, you go get your hair cut right. You head down to Big D's Barbershop. Big D's Barbershop, Vancouver, Washington's best and brightest. 1019 Main Street, Vancouver, Washington, where you can go get your hair lined up, cuts, fades, shampoos, conditions, and all the great things that go with supporting a local barbershop in a local business area. You can also reach them online at www.bigdsbarbershop.com. Go get your haircut right.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Great futures who start the Boys and Girls Club. And man, I gotta go to Big D's to get a haircut tomorrow. Gotta get that razor fade so I can look good for Christmas. What do you guys plan on doing for Christmas? Julian, what do you plan on doing for Christmas?
For Christmas, I'm staying home. The family is local. We're going to hang out. We're going to have some good food. We're going to open presents. We're going to have a good time. Hey, my kids are grown, so, you know.
What about you, Shane?
I'm going to my grandparents' house on Christmas Eve. Gonna have some enchiladas, and on the 25th, going to my aunt and uncle's house in Camas, Washington.
Wow, just telling people where you're going to be so they can come stalk you. Good shit. I'm going to get some enchiladas at his grandma's house. What about you, Phil? What you got planned?
I don't know. Probably gonna do the family thing on Christmas Eve. We usually like do a big get-togethers then. I've got some other stuff planned Christmas morning, but that's pretty much it at the moment.
Well, none of you said you were going to watch Hook take on a bear on Rampage.
Like, I'm trying to watch Hook take on a bear.
Yeah, hey, probably am gonna watch Hook on Christmas Day. Probably
take
will
on
not
a bear.
Be watching SmackDown on Christmas Eve, but you know.
On a Saturday?
Yeah, it's on Saturday. It's at 8 Central Time on Saturday.
Yep.
Is this the new Christmas tradition of Rampage?
I don't know. I think maybe they're trying to not have it on Friday night because it's Christmas Eve. But other than that, I don't know.
Okay. Still real to me, damn it.
Still real to you. Well, speaking of still real, let's get back to this whole craziness, man. God. This show was off the hook, man. And then we have this real mellow.
Call it what it is. It's a sacrifice match.
No. We're not going to talk about that.
Okay.
Let's talk about the mellow moment. The Owen Hart video in terms
of. Yeah. All right.
The video was very, man. Whew, I caught myself tearing up a little bit in that video, man.
Right in the feels.
I'm not going to lie. Certain superstars talked about how Owen Hart affected them and in this industry. I remember my very first time experiencing Owen Hart. It was Owen Hart and Brian Pillman, and they were in Stu Hart's Calgary Stampede Wrestling. Me being a Canadian, I enjoy watching those videos and watching those matches. And I got to meet Owen Hart one time. Owen Hart was it was at the Los Angeles Sports Arena. That shows you how long it was. The LA Sports Arena. It was Bret Hart, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, and Owen Hart when he was the Blue Blazer.
Mm-hmm.
And the Blue Blazer was facing Terry Taylor as the Red Rooster. Yeah, believe that. It was at the LA Sports Arena, and Owen Hart came out to the ring wearing that fucking feathery blue and white outfit. And I was like, wow, this is like a friggin' superhero. And he did that moonsault from the top rope, landed on his feet, and I'm like, ooh, I want to do that. So I quickly learned how to do a moonsault. It was freaking awesome. But watching him wrestle, he was so fluid and so pure, you know what I mean? Then a friend of mine who was trading tapes back in the day was like, dude, look at this tape. And it was Owen Hart in Japan as Wing Pegasus.
Yeah. That's right.
Bro, Owen Hart was 20 years ahead of his time. You know, I wanted to be like Owen Hart. 20 years ahead of his time, man. He was he legit pioneer. And I know people say good things about you when you die and all that other bullshit. I was saying this about him when he was alive. Owen Hart was the fucking man.
And look, dude, that classic he put on with Brett. Fantastic.
Yes. You know, and when he beat Brett, bro, I was so excited. Like, I was like, don't get me wrong, I was a big Bret Hart mark. And y'all all know the story of hell with Bret Hart. So, Bret, if you're listening, I still love you, man. Don't ever meet me at the convention again. Yeah, so I was a big Bret Hart mark back in the day, too. The Hart Foundation was my shit. Guy comes out with his fucking big old aviator glasses and handing them out to fans every week. You know, he got a lot of glasses he's giving away to these kids. And they made wearing pink cool.
Right.
You know,
Pink and Black Attack. Yeah,
and throughout the years, I got to become friends with like Jim Neidhart and Bruce Hart and a lot of I got to become friends with all those guys, and it's really cool that I can sit back and say, man, I idolized Owen Hart. That guy was amazing, and he wasn't just amazing in the ring, but he was amazing out the ring. He was a good person. He was like a genuine fucking good guy. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. In this industry, there aren't really many good guys in this business. So when you find a good guy, you fucking cherish that good guy. What about you, Phil? What are your thoughts about Owen Hart?
Man, he's definitely one of those guys when you think about a guy that if you could take out of his time period and put him today and they would thrive, that's absolutely Owen. Like Owen, it is a shame that he was never WWE champion. I feel like he was one of those guys that they missed the boat on. Had the guy doing comedy stuff, and today he would be like ahead of the face of the company in terms of all the work rate stuff they do now, because like you said, he was 20 years ahead of his time. Like the guy was doing all the stuff that we see Brian doing, all these other guys do today. Like, I mean, oh man, I just imagine, like, I know there's a dark match that like nobody has really seen on television with him and Kurt, but that was one of the matches that I was like, I really wanted to see that match. And Kurt got there like right at the tail end of his time with WWE. And I mean, just as far as like the vignette they showed tonight, I think having Mark narrate it was a big deal because, he was close to him. He's one of the guys that kept trying to campaign to get him into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So I think that was cool. Looking forward to this tournament, man. I feel like it's a great way to finally honor him in wrestling.
I think that I know that he's been a real big proponent of getting Owen in the Hall of Fame. Pretty much begging the Hart family to allow it to happen. I honestly and truly believe, and like, ladies and gentlemen, we talk about bullies online. We talked about it earlier with Nyla Rose. Look, AEW may not have been the place where Owen made his name.
No.
AEW may not have been the place where Owen made it, became famous. AEW may not have shit to do with the Hart family.
No.
But the simple fact that someone is actually out there wanting to put on something in remembrance of someone. You know what I'm saying? Like, get over it. There's a whole bunch of people online. Oh my God, Owen was a WWE guy, and the AEW is just using this to get cred. They're using this for clout. Like, dude, seriously, he's there. I mean, this show is going on because the WWE obviously aren't gonna be allowed to do this.
Mm-hmm.
As a wrestling fan, I don't give a fuck if the indie company down the street did it. as long as someone was respectful, honored the memory, and did it for the family and the fans, and not just a monetary cost or a monetary benefit to you, whatever. But in my opinion, AEW is doing a good thing by holding this show and making it a men's tournament and a women's tournament too. Let's just be honest. WWE wouldn't dedicate the time to do this.
No, they would not.
What are your thoughts, Julian? I know you had something to say.
So, number one, you're absolutely correct. Owen Hart deserves all the accolades that he deserves. He's one of those wrestlers who would have fit into the AWA. He would have fit into WCW, NWA, WWF. I mean, all time periods. I mean, the guy was just a classic. He put on great matches. Unfortunately, he was kind of overshadowed by Bret as Bret's younger brother. I do believe that if he was alive, he would have lived on to be a WWE champion. It's really unfortunate that he passed away as soon as he did. I do personally feel that because Owen's family does not want to do business with WWE, they do blame WWE for his death, which, in a lot of ways is justified. I mean, he did die on the job working for them. And there was a lot of negligence involved, and there were a lot of settlements and undisclosed amounts of money paid to absolve or avoid claim of responsibility. He would have, WWE would have or could have done a lot more or a lot better respect to his name and to his legacy. I do feel that, in the case of the enemy of your enemy is my friend, that I'm not going to say that Owen's family shopped out his legacy to AEW, but definitely I feel that AEW is like, it's kind of a fuck you to WWE, and we're going to do this Owen Hart Memorial, we're going to do this Owen Hart tournament because you can't. I mean, literally, because you cannot, because his family will not do business with you. But it is a good honoring of his legacy and a good way of keeping the fans aware of who he was and what he did contribute to the business as a whole.
And at the end of the day, in my opinion, that's all that matters. That's all that really matters. Someone is doing something to honor his legacy. At the end of the day, that's what matters in this industry. Just honor the legacy and do it right.
Correct.
Don't do it. Don't do a shitty job. And I don't think Tony Khan's going to do a shitty job.
No.
I honestly think, and this is just me, if I was fantasy booking this, I honestly truly would involve everyone.
Everyone. Mega tournament.
I mean, Tony, the whole open door, the whole forbidden door. Literally, I would invite from Mexico, from Japan, from Canada, from fucking Europe, from Asia, from Ring of Honor, from Impact Wrestling, from
I would love to see that.
From GCW. Like, I would invite I would even extend my arm to the fucking WWE. Like, hey man, you know what? Why don't you send one or two representatives? But here's the deal with that: they will want their representative to win.
Correct.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing. I mean, let's look at the Mae Young Classic. WWE did a very good job of inviting a lot of indie female wrestlers
Triple H
to participate in the Mae Young Classic, but they did nothing with it.
True.
Totally dropped the ball on it. And they had a lot of good talent who, at the end of the day, they said, hey, you want to be a trainer? Not do you want to be on the big stage? Not do you want to have a WrestleMania moment? Not do you want to be in a tag team? Not do you want to have a run at the women's title and show some real competition? They just kind of said, okay, Mae Young Classic, yay, it's over. We'll sign one or two people will job you out because you're not homegrown talent
Call you.
or you're not WWE talent, and it's an afterthought, and it kind of goes into the wind. So the Owen Hart Classic, or the Owen Hart Tournament, may be just a better place at AEW where you can see people from Japan and all these different promotions come in, compete, get the shine, be on TV, be on the big stage, and get some TV time, compete, wrestle, and maybe a few hundred or a few thousand more people will subscribe to New Japan, the New Japan Network, or tune into Ring of Honor when it restarts, watch GCW, watch some All Japan, watch some AAA, watch some some other promotions that are out there, and just it should be for the fans. It should be about the fans, and let them just see some new talent out there and people who really put on good wrestling, professional wrestling shows that the fans want to see.
And that's what
because that's what Owen did.
Yep, there you go. What do you think, Phil?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this, man. I think it's sad that wrestling had to go this long without honoring him because of circumstances, and I definitely understand it. Considering how Owen passed, and that's up to his family. I wasn't one of those guys that was like, oh well, they should do it for wrestling. No. If my family died as a part of wrestling and I just don't approve, I don't approve. And so,
Correct.
I'm glad it's a situation where, his wife finally approves and, he's being honored in a real way.
Yep.
What do you think, Shane?
I completely agree with all of it. Just like in some way and some form, we're getting a memory for Owen Hart.
I mean, when a wrestler dies, we give him a 10 bell.
Yeah.
As a salute to them. This is a way of honoring someone that's that literally, like, let's call it what it fucking is, gave his life for this business.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So we should be allowed to, any promotion should be allowed to express themselves in a way of, showing and honoring him and honoring his memory. So when you guys are online bashing AEW because AEW is doing it, and WWE could have did it. If WWE wanted to fucking do it, they would have did it. Regardless, they would have did it, or they would have attempted to do it. So with that, that's where I'm gonna leave that. Owen Hart tournament is gonna happen. It's gonna culminate at Double or Nothing. A men's tournament winner and the women's tournament winner will be given a trophy by Owen Hart's wife. Biggest honor ever.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Correct.
So let's go to the next match. A sacrificial lamb match, if there is one. I was a little disappointed in this match, but I wasn't. Malachi Black versus Griff Garrison.
Who?
Hey, so it wasn't Brian Pillman Jr. Brian Pillman Jr. skated on this beat down, this squash match of a match, and his partner took one for the team.
Yeah.
And he literally was sacrificed to the House of Black, and that was it. I mean, that was really it for the show.
The match lasted about 2 minutes. I was a little upset, not really upset, but I was a little sad because, ladies and gentlemen, in case you didn't know, Malachi Black and his tag team partner,
Brody King,
are the PWG World Tag Team Champions.
Correct.
Okay. Brody King is a vet. He's the guy that was trained out of Santino Brothers Academy. As a matter of fact, tomorrow we'll drop an interview with another Santino graduate who is now a GCW star. I'm not going to throw his name out there just yet, but I will later on.
California staple.
Exactly. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
So he's an all around great wrestler. He was also one of the trainers at Santino Brothers, which is Robbie Phoenix and Joey Chaos. They put out stars, literally stars. And Brody King from Ring of Honor World 6-Man Tag Team, NWA World Tag Team titles, now He is officially part of All Elite Wrestling. He signed a contract with them a couple of days ago. I was really sad that he didn't debut like tonight, but
Correct.
San Antonio said every show he's gonna give us something new. So he gave us something new on this show with Kyle O'Reilly. The whole House of Black gimmick, I'm glad that he's gonna start adding more people. I was kind of hoping that what's her name?
Julia?
The valet. Who?
Abandon? Abaddon?
No, not her. The valet for
Julia Hart.
Julia Hart. I really wanted Julia Hart to come dressed like. Okay, you guys watch the movie Grease?
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember how Olivia Newton-John was this all cute little preppy girl, and John Travolta was the bad boy from the other side of the tracks and all this other bit. And she fell in love with the bad boy from the tracks, and she wanted to impress the bad boy, so she dressed up like a bad girl. I want Julia Hart to come wearing leather, with her hair up like fucking Olivia Newton-John with face paint on her face, or one contact in her eye, looking all Malachi Blackish. Like, this whole House of Black literally should be a fucking cult group of just
kind of like in How High.
Yeah, okay, kind of. But I really want her to come and cost Griff Garrison the match. But then again, she really didn't have to cost him anything because that was a.
Jay keeps saying who?
Who?
The super tall Jungle Boy. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's what they called him on Being the Elite. They were like, "Oh, that's Jungle Boy." No,
not Jim Neidhart.
No. But he was. I don't know, the black mass he gave to Brian Pillman Jr. Whew. I was like, there's no way he can pull that kick. He
got knocked out.
Yeah, KTFO.
Yeah. What do you think, Phil?
Man, I mean, you saw last week Garrison gave that good promo, and I was like, man, this is a really good promo. You're gonna lose that match though. Like,
and whoever that guy was, he did kind of good promo.
Yeah, Garrison, I was sitting there like, man, he's got a lot of fire. He's talking that talk, but when he gets in the ring, it's going to be a different conversation.
And so, no conversation had.
I was surprised.
He gonna cry in the car.
I was surprised that Black made him tap out. I mean, the heel hook looked great, and then Brian tried to step in on his behalf, and I was like, oh no, don't do that. Put him right to sleep.
Yep.
Right to sleep with that black mask. I was like,
I was like, please don't get involved. Just sit down. Just
sit down a bit.
Took a seat.
Yeah, I mean, man, you're talking about one of the best finishers in wrestling, man. He always lands that thing perfectly. I mean, depending on how guys sell it, and I mean, Pillman sold that thing amazingly. Yeah, just really, really awesome black mask. I was like, we're not going to see a black mask in this match. And then after, I was like, there it is. Okay.
It was so bad. Like, oh my God, it was so bad. Like,
somebody got to go night-night.
Night-night. To set your alarm clock.
He kicked him so goddamn hard. I just looked like my notes. I will read you my notes.
Notes.
This match is going to last 2 minutes. Oh,
and
shit.
How long was it?
Kicked him in the face. Oh, shit. He's down. That's it. Those are my notes. That's it.
That's it.
I was expecting more out of it. Let me rephrase it. I was hoping for more out of it.
Nah.
Yeah, that obviously didn't happen. Good way for Malachi Black to get over. Good way for him to continue on his reign of terror, so to speak. But here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. He's been killing people left and right.
Yeah?
Yep.
Sacrifice.
Tag team partner. Go after the fucking world tag team titles.
Yep.
Go after the TNT championship. Go after the world championship. You've already sacrificed enough lambs. Like, do something with it. I'm worried. I'm worried that they're going to they're going to WWE him. They're going to give him
before Christmas.
No. I'm not gonna say fucking get him a bunch of shirts and fire him the day that his shirts debut, but
Okay.
Oh no.
I'm just saying, like, I think that, and I hate to say this because it sounds horrible that I'm saying this, but I just think
What?
that they wrote themselves into a corner because you got this guy. Look with Danielson. Danielson was undefeated. What did they do? They immediately fast tracked him to the championship.
Correct.
Right? When Cody was involved in like stupid feuds, now they're fast tracking him back to the TNT title. Malachi Black has been destroying people left and right. He destroyed Cody. He's been beating people left and right. Give him a shot at a championship.
Yeah.
Well, so so here you go. You have Cody go ahead and beat Sammy Guevara for the TNT title, and then you have Cody immediately get his ass whooped by Malachi Black. He gets the TNT title. Then these guys go after the tag team titles.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think that they waited too long. In my opinion, they waited way too long to.
Well, it's not so much that they waited too long. It's just that, unfortunately, AEW has quite the bloated roster. They don't want to necessarily put all the ex-WWE champion or ex-WWE guys on top. So they got to find something for them to do. So they're wrestling. Hell, you take a guy like Black, and he's dominating people. So at some point, you either got to give him a tag team partner, or you got to give him that singles title run, and he's just got to dominate. He's got to be putting people to sleep. He's got to be giving them the black mass. He's just got to be knocking them out. And the fans probably would cheer for Cody going night.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm kind of on the fence because I feel like he's in that camp where the Fiend was at one point, where he doesn't necessarily need a title. He's already over enough without a belt, and I feel like he comes out and he does the entrance. People always enjoy it. He comes out and black mass somebody or spits some mist in somebody's face. Even though Omarion is still running around out here. It just, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like he's in a good place. I feel like he stayed in that feud with Cody too long. But other than that, I've been fine with what they've been doing with him. I just think it's just once he got stuck in the Codyverse, it took him a minute to get out of there.
You're absolutely correct.
But other than that, I feel like he's been booked really well. I feel like the entrance still looks really cool every time he does it.
Yeah.
They just signed Brody King. If they're gonna team those two up, that's what it looks like with the segment they did where he missed the guy in the face and he's like, "Now you're more than a king." Who else was he probably talking about? It's probably Brody King.
Correct.
So I'm fine with him building his stable and possibly doing more spooky do stuff, but.
Spooky.
I don't know, man. I don't feel like he needs a title right away.
No, as long as no hocus pocus, no lightning, no smoke, no teleporting, none of that
Well, he
shit.
does teleport. He teleports in his entrance.
No, man.
I don't know if you want to call that teleporting.
Yeah.
He's already like halfway there to the ring and everything.
He's not doing no Matt Hardy, popping around to different parts of the
Okay,
ring.
that was dumb.
Yes.
I'm glad they got away from that shit. I'm so glad they got away from that shit. So, yeah, it is what it is. That
He's
match
going to
was
keep on
horrible.
dominating, and eventually they'll look at his win-loss record and say, okay, this guy's got to go for a singles title or a tag team title, and they'll just go ahead and let him go and dominate. And based on the win-loss record, do it like WWE used to do. First you get a tag team title, then you get a mid-card title, then you go to the championship, and that takes years. By the way, but it's something for them to. It's still a progression as far as the fans are concerned, as far as the wrestlers' career is concerned.
I would say Black is in a better position than Andrade is. Andrade is like
Yes.
I don't know where
Yeah.
we're going with Andrade at this point. and but
Your son's Riley's still there.
Yeah,
he's still there. I mean, I
He's
feel like
recovering from that flaming table.
yeah,
Hey, he's taking boat rides with Charlotte.
hey, man.
That's another story for another day.
Another story for another day.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like we all know what happened with the Andrade thing. Like they had their guests ready, lined up to be his manager, and certain information came out. They had to exonate the plans on that.
Yeah, I feel confident Malachi will get up there eventually, and they'll keep him strong till then. I want to see. Yeah, I would love to see Black versus Danielson.
Black versus
Hell
Danielson.
yes, I'm here for that shit. I'm here for that
Samuel, speak that truth, baby.
all day. Sammy Madden, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get to the chase. Let's get to the main event. Shut up! Don't do it, Julian. Don't do it.
Time for talking is
Shut up. We don't do that on this show. We do not do that on this show, ladies and gentlemen. We are not going to. It's time for the main event. No.
Oh, you said it. You said it. Though.
You don't like that?
Right?
Okay.
He's the only one that doesn't like it.
Okay, so I'm. These are my opinions, ladies and gentlemen, and mine alone. They do not reflect those of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast or BodySlam.net. These are my opinions and my opinions alone. I fucking hate that.
Really?
I hate it.
But come on,
H-A-T-E, capital H-A-T-E, hate it.
but come on. I mean, it's the main event.
Main
It's a
event.
trios match, and the time for talking is over.
Time for talking is over.
For the main event.
Yes.
There's not enough crown in this drink to make me like that.
I don't know. I
Bring
love
us one.
when I went to the show in Chicago and I went to the Rampage, the whole crowd said it along with them. It's over. I don't know.
It's a catchphrase.
My mom is from Chicago. My mom was from Joliet, so I'm not going to badmouth Chicago right now. Although I hate the Bears because I'm a Packer fan. Fuck the Bears.
Oh, you're a Packers
go
fan,
Bears.
really?
Yo, man, hey, don't do it, Phil. Don't do it. I like you, Phil. Don't do it.
Packers. Not that team. I hate that team.
Bro.
You see right behind me.
I own stock in that. I got.
They lost the Lions this week, but still, I mean, that's still my team.
Despise that team, and I'm not even that big of a Bears fan anymore. But
You were a Bears
despise
fan.
that team. Despise the Packers.
Oh my God. Don't look, Phil. I like you. Please don't tell me you like the Vikings.
No.
Okay. Whew. I was about to ban you from the group.
I am a Bears fan if I am any fan. I mean, to be honest, like, hey, here we go. Look at.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh, my stomach just turned inside out. Oh, and my mom's from Chicago. I should be a built-in Bears fan, Bulls fans, White Sox fans.
Hey,
Yeah. Anyway,
But the time for talking is over. Let's go to the main event.
The
don't
main
understand. Like, you're a fucking Hall of Famer, and like literally, they brought you to AEW, and that's your job.
That's right.
Hey,
There's
man,
so many
he's-
other things
he's
you
the-
can do.
But he does
It's
a great
over.
job with those interviews before
He
the.
does.
I
Hey,
think he
just
does a good
imagine,
job.
man. He's in the back. He's on a scooter. He got one knee on an
speaking
arcade
of-
bro blade. He's rolling around. He's just doing what he can do.
Speaking of backstage stuff, I thought that the Sheeta segment they showed after the women's match was great. Well, it wasn't Sheeta, it was Deeb.
Yeah.
And I thought just like the short promo she cut to basically let us know that the feud is not over, which I'm very happy about that because all of their matches have been great.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to a fourth match. If they want to give us like an Iron Woman match or like a 2 out of 3 Falls match, I'm here for it.
Serena Deeb
Please,
is great.
God, I'm here for that. That
We are always here for an Iron Woman match, all day, every day.
they could go. They could go the distance.
Yeah.
They're so
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, I would love to see them because that was my only gripe last week. I was like, I think the women should have headlined that episode of Dynamite. I feel like they had the better match. But if you're giving us a fourth match and it's possibly a stipulation match, that's the one. Let them main event Dynamite and kill it.
Main event.
You know what's funny about that whole thing, as you just mentioned, and now you said that, it really makes me laugh because that would be an amazing match. Oh my God! Guess who just followed me on Twitter?
Ooh.
Baby doll.
Who?
Are you talking about the character from 5 Heartbeats?
I'm talking I'm talking about the person who was Ric Flair, Tully Blanchard, Dusty Rhodes, and Larry Zbyszko, and the Warlord's manager,
Oh, I was about to say, man, no,
Baby Doll.
Oh man, Baby
Shout
Doll.
out to
The other
Baby Doll. Yeah, I gotta. Yeah. Ooh, that's gonna be a good interview to get that. Whew, Baby Doll. I'm an NWA mark. I'm an NWA dude. Look at the belts behind me. Them all NWA titles I won. I'm an NWA
NWA.
I thought you were gonna ask her. So what made you go back to Eddie Kane this second time? Like,
Wow. Wow. Oh, 5 heartbeats. Yeah, I'm wrong for that. Shane ain't know the fuck we're talking about. He over here laughing.
Laugh along.
So the main event, we got a trios match. We discussed a little bit of it earlier, but Sting, Darby Allin, and CM Punk versus MJF and the New Midnight Express, the FTR. Shout out to Mikey Ruckus because that fucking intro bangs.
yes, it does.
So CM Punk in Ultimate Warrior face paint. Darby Allin and
Wait, but you gotta remember CM Punk in Ultimate Warrior face paint with Stinger tights.
Was it Ultimate Warrior face paint?
Surfer Sting.
It felt like Surfer Sting.
It was
wasn't
Surfer
Yeah.
Sting, but he had
Yeah.
Sting's
Surfer
tights
Sting.
on as well.
he was Blade Runner Punk.
Blade Runner Punk. Okay, that
That's
right there, I can go with
amazing.
that.
That's amazing.
So we had Blade Runner Punk, we had Darby Allin skating on his skateboard, and we had CM Sting coming out with Chicago face paint
and a CM Punk shirt on,
and a CM Punk shirt.
which was
Buy
kind
the
of cool.
merch. People buy the merch.
That's right, WWE. That's right, at AEWshop.com. But then MJF came down, and he came down with FTR. Now, the best part of this whole thing for me, because I'm a huge, like, I pay attention to gear and I pay attention to things like that. MJF was wearing FTR trunks that said MJF on the butt,
Yep.
but they all had the same logo on the side of the tights.
MJFTR.
That's called matching gear right there.
Yeah,
Shut your
man,
mouth.
get the
Shut your
yellow.
mouth.
The
Yeah,
yellow.
they look like a team. But the funny thing about it is, during the 6-man match,
Correct.
MJF didn't do shit, but he
Not
did
a
get his
damn thing.
steps in. He did get his steps in when he took off up the colonnade, getting chased by CM Punk. I fully expected something to happen up in the colonnade. So I don't know, but the match was pretty good. Highlight for me: Sting hitting a fucking crossbody off the top rope.
Whew.
Sting is what, 57 years
Still
old,
moving, still
63.
How old?
63.
63.
Yeah.
Like Sting is 2 years away from getting SSI, ladies and gentlemen. He is 2 years away from Social Security. 2 years away from
I get
getting.
the joke.
He is 2 years away from getting the Denny special. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. He's doing shit that 25-year-olds are doing.
And he wrestled better than Goldberg.
Killing it out here, man.
That's not saying much.
Killing it out
Say,
here.
well, my cat's supposed to go back,
And he
but
didn't promise to kill nobody.
True.
if he did, he probably would deliver. Unlike
Yeah.
Goldberg.
Right.
But Sting hitting cross bodies. Sting worked like a lot of the match.
Yeah, man.
I was shocked that Sting is out there taking bumps in Greensboro like his first championship match against Ric Flair 30 years ago. So, and that was kind of like, I guess that was kind of like the welcome home for Sting, because that's the place where they wrestled at tonight was the place where he won his first NWA World
Correct.
Championship. So yeah.
And we say,
What were your thoughts, Julian?
oh man, so watching FTR do their thing, I mean, those guys are just classic in-ring technicians. They worked a good amount of the match. They took a lot of bumps in this match. They were getting thrown around. They were flying out the ring. And MJF, of course, just played the chicken shit heel the whole match, not wanting to go against CM Punk. And, we don't necessarily know if FTR felt let down by his performance. We know for sure that Wardlow didn't come down and have his back. which is what he's paid to do. But yeah, Sting looked fantastic. Darby Allin looked great. Punk spent a lot of his time just chasing MJF, really just trying to get his licks in. But the match definitely served to continue their feud and set them up for the next main event where they're actually going to face each other in the ring in a singles match.
It's the second time Sting has accidentally on purpose low blow fooled me. I thought he was hurt when he's. Oh yeah, okay, so yeah, there was a part where they did low blow Sting. And I thought Sting was hurting. Sting pops up like Undertaker, bro. Like fucking MJF hits him with that DDT.
Oh yeah, he
turns
did.
to the crowd and Sting just hopped up like, "Yo, what's up?" I just saw that meme of Undertaker standing up behind AJ Styles, like, "Hey, what's up?" So Sting is working like an 18-year-old man. Like he's taking bumps.
He's in great shape.
Diving off the top rope. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm 47 years old, and I ain't trying to do half the shit Sting was doing.
I mean, everybody hit their spots. Sting hit a Stinger Splash, Punk hit the GTS. Darby Allin was putting in work. So, everybody got to showcase what they're best at and really just drive forward just all the storylines that are in place right now.
Well, I think that the Sting, Darby Allin versus FTR feud will continue if the rumors are not true. There are rumors that the GCW Tag Team Champions, the Briscoes, have signed on for
them boys
signed on with AEW, or they're expected to sign on with AEW. And honestly, bro, this is how I would book the Battle of the Belts. I mean, we already have Rio versus Britt Baker for the title. Now, Battle of the Belts. To me, that sounds like champion versus champion.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
I know this is just AEW's way of having a clash of the champions. I get it, because that was a WCW name, and that was a Dusty Rhodes creation. Just like the War Games was a Dusty Rhodes creation, AEW got blood and guts. I get it. I think that they should do a champion versus champion match or dream matches. Tony
Correct.
Khan has the open door. He has a forbidden door. If I were to book this show, here's how I would book it. Main event, AEW World Champion versus Impact Wrestling World Champion.
Correct.
Hangman Page versus Moose.
Moose.
I'd have the AEW World Tag Team Champions, the Lucha Bros, probably against Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the Good Brothers.
Yep.
I'd have the ROH Pure Champion facing Daniel Garcia.
Yeah.
Josh Woods, Daniel Garcia. I'd have the ROH World Champion, Mr. Jonathan Gresham, facing off against Bryan Danielson. Dream matches.
Fire.
Or even like in my interview earlier this week, Josh said he wants to go to AEW so he can face Bryan Danielson, ROH Pure Champion versus a pioneer of the ROH Pure title. Fucking spectacular matches. If I was booking the show, this is what I would be doing.
Monday.
I book a street fight between FTR and them boys.
The boys.
Just the AAA Tag Team Champions versus the GCW Tag Team Champions. Titles versus titles, champions. It doesn't have to be titles versus titles.
Around the world.
Champions versus champions. That's what a Battle of the Belts means to me.
Correct.
Maybe having Deonna Purrazzo defend her AAA Reina's Queen of the Queens women's championship against Roxy in the fucking ROH women's title.
Oh yes.
I mean, they already throw Mickey James in there, throw fucking Britt Baker in there, a fatal four-way.
Rosemary versus Britt Baker. Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? Like let's go, man. Let's make that right there's a super show.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I would book it. I wouldn't book Hangman Adam Page versus, Wardlow for the title, or fucking Britt Baker versus Riho, and FTR versus Sting and Darby Allin. Like, you can have those matches every fucking week on Rampage and Dynamite. Have some superstar dream matches. Because in my opinion, that's what the Forbidden Door is. And if you want to get crazy, you want to get fucking nuts, the main event wouldn't be for a title versus title. It would be Kenny Omega and Okada. Semi-main event, IWGP United States Championship.
No, that's gotta be
Punk versus Kenta.
That's gotta be for Wrestle Kingdom.
Bro, I'm just saying, like, all those matches I just laid out to you, if they did that on fucking TNT, or if that was the first show on TBS or whatever, whatnot, if that was like a regular television show, yeah, them ratings would go through the roof.
Kenta did call out CM Punk.
All you gotta do is do it one time, just one time. That's it.
Or even have it leaving the Wrestle Kingdom, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I think if we see another Okada and Kenny match, it's gonna happen in America.
Yeah, it's gonna be AEW.
Correct.
Because there were too many comments about the Rainmaker, and too many comments about Kota Ibushi.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Tony has basically said in so many words that he wants to bring the Okada Omega match to America. So I feel like at some point it's going to happen here. Whether that's next year or 2023, it's going to happen here eventually.
I think it's going to. I hope it's going to. I hope it happens at AEW. I'm on the AEW show, ladies and gentlemen. They don't pay me. I don't have no coin in my pocket.
Remember when Impact was doing all the teasing that Okada was going to come here, and we, like, for a brief second thought that match was going to happen on an Impact show?
Yeah.
Yeah, so much for that.
But you know what happened, though? When they were talking about that, and they were like, "Oh, the Forbidden Door is open," and all these people start talking about Impact again.
Yeah. When Jay White first got there, Impact was hot. And
yeah, when the Bullet Club showed up,
disappeared.
People were like, "Oh shit, let's go."
Yeah, they did nothing with the Jay White stuff.
No, they didn't. He just showed up. He did the Homer Simpson thing. Showed up, left.
Hey,
Yeah,
I'm proud of the fact that for the first time in the whole history of the Bullet Club, we now have a black guy in the Bullet Club. My boy Chris Bay.
Chris Bay.
Yeah,
it's all Bay Day.
Yeah, Jay White. He cut a really good promo when he first got there too. I was excited, really and then it just kind of led to nothing. Like, I mean, if it gives us just like Hikuleo and Chris Bay as a tag team, that's great. But I'm ready for Chris Bay to win that title, man. He should be Impact World Champion.
Man, look, either him or Willie Mack.
Willie Mack.
I'm ready, man. I'm ready for him to win that title. Not to get into how Impact kind of squandered their last year or so of booking, but I feel like if anybody should have won that chance to go for the title and finessed Alexander after the end of the match, it should have been Chris Bay. It made perfect sense for his character, and it would have went full circle with Kenny bringing the Bullet Club to Impact. It would have been perfect, and I don't understand why they didn't do that.
2 words. Bad booking. Just saying. Hey. So, ladies and gentlemen, we had a great match with Sting, Darby Allin, and so the camera guy. Let's talk about this. There's one major spot going on one side of the ring. Now, I complain every week about how horrible Kevin Dunn is with his fucking 5,000 camera cuts in one match. I wish that Kevin Dunn was doing the camera work on this fucking match, because there was a spot where Darby shotgunned himself into MJF through the fucking timekeeper's table, and they didn't get it.
They missed it. Yeah.
But the replay at the end of the match, they showed it at the end of the match.
Yeah, during the match, they just showed the table destroyed.
No. At the end of the match, they showed a replay from another angle.
Well, I mean, during the match, they showed the table destroyed.
So that was like a major spot.
They missed it.
And Darby is killing himself every day.
He's torpedoing himself all over the place.
I mean, he's the smallest guy in the match. Like, quite honestly, Shane, you're the smallest guy in this chat. That's like you cannonballing yourself into Phil right here for no reason at all. It's your table.
I'll do it.
Because I will move. Shane, you can't charge it at me. I'm going to move. Just like when I hit the floor of that show, you guys moved away. Yeah, same thing. It was a great match. I mean, Sting did a lot of great stuff. Darby is a beast. Darby will take any bump, anywhere, anytime, any place he can.
Sure will.
Like, he literally did his coffin drop across the ring.
He did.
And didn't hit nothing. Laying on his back and put his head in Dax's arm. It was like he barely landed on top of him. And then, CM Punk got the pin. So the faces won. MJF played the chicken shit heel, went all up to the commentator's desk, grabbed the headset, started screaming into the headset. He didn't want to fight me. He didn't want to touch me, even though you spent 89%
He was
of the
the one that was
running
running
from him.
away.
Correct.
Yeah. MJF, look, ladies and gentlemen, I know you guys want to hear this. MJF is a better Miz. I said it.
Especially after this week.
And I'm not saying that he's a better wrestler than Miz, because, well, shit, he kind of is.
I was about to say, but
he
kind of
he played a better chicken shit heel he played a better chicken shit heel tonight than Miz has this week. Let's just call it what it is. If we had to do a Miz meter for this week, as opposed to him putting his wife in the way, Miz meter, he was more over than Miz this week. Just saying. What are your thoughts, Phil? I see you're thinking about this.
This was a really fun match. You could tell that everybody involved was having a blast with this thing. I thought, Team Sting, Punk, Darby mashup. I thought they were cool with like their face paint. But man, watching this match, FDR is really good, man.
Yes.
They're really good tag team, man. Like they're incredible. I mean, much respect for MJF, because that that bump he took out of the ring when Sting threw him out of the ring, I was like, wait a minute.
You saw my tweet. I was like, he's dead.
He landed like right on his head. I was like, oh my God. It looked really bad. But I'm glad he was okay. Of course, the other spot that stands out is Darby doing that suicide dive out and just like bowling 3 guys over like a bowling pole. It was just like, where does he pick up that kind of speed to get that dive off every time he does it, man? Like
That's
crazy.
That's a good question.
Like it looks like he's like getting fired out of a cannon every time he does it.
And you can just imagine getting hit. I mean, Darby weighs about 160 pounds, soaking wet. And for him to hit you at the velocity and speed that he is going, it's gotta hurt.
And we've seen him do it. Like when he came out and he did it to the Gun Club that week.
That was awesome.
And he came from backstage. It's like, dude, how are you picking up this much speed to do this, man?
He got shot out with a gun.
You know, there's an episode of The Flash where Barry has to run to gather up the speed so he can go back in time. And the reverse Flash, Eddie Earbart Thawne was like, "Run, Flash, run." He literally lit up and ran, and got this he ran on water, ran through the desert, ran in the air, ran through water, ran again around the world. Right? I can just see Darby backstage, and someone goes, "Run, Darby, run." And he just fucking takes off.
Kavanaugh just comes on screen and it's like, "Darby, you know what you have to do. Run, Darby, run."
Darby.
Oh man, he hit that man. It was great.
Very fun.
So the match was good. No one got hurt. MJF played the best heel possible. Complete commentary. Mike grabbing the commentary headset, yelling into the commentary headset, and then running up the ramp. All in all, I give this a 4 out of 5 AEW Dynamite. What about you there, Shane?
4 out of 5. It was really good.
Mr. Julian?
3.5 to 4.
Wow. 3.5,
Wow.
4. What about you, Phil?
I think 4 is a good number. I think the only low spot for me was some of the dragging when they had like the Lambert promo. Even though I feel like that promo did served its purpose because I think Scorpio is going to challenge for the TNT title soon.
Yeah.
I just feel like the men of the year are just so good that they don't need Lambert. Personally, I feel like they're better without
They
him.
don't.
Yeah, Ethan
No.
Page is good on the mic. I don't know why they need a mouthpiece.
Yeah, they don't. Paige is good on the mic. They just don't need him. And I mean, every time I watch him do the promo for them, I'm watching the two of them do like the facial expressions behind it because they're much more entertaining than him.
Correct.
I don't know. Like, and I feel like it's time. I feel like you've got to strap up Scorpio soon. He's one of those guys that's been there killing it as a singles wrestler for a long time. It's time. Like, I feel like if anybody should have beat Cody for the title, it should have been him. I mean, of course, happy to see Brody get his run. But at the time when he challenged Cody, he was hot. He cut that great promo on Dark, and then he just kind of went away. The same thing, he won the ladder match and lost his title match, and then just kind of disappeared again. I'm like, all right, man, give this guy his run with the title.
Correct.
He's playing his role. That's what it is. All in all, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great show. Before we go, Phil, I gotta ask you, man. We've been going back and forth on Twitter about this. What did you think of the final? Like, what did you think of the last episode of Hawkeye?
Yeah, I loved it.
Bro.
I thought I loved it as a fan of Kingpin. I was glad to see him.
Vincent D'Onofrio, man. Whew.
I loved it. I think people are kind of jumping to conclusions off of the ending of it. I won't spoil the ending of it, but I like where they're going with this. I like the fact that Kingpin is on the board now. I love the Echoes on the board now. You might have a certain blind lawyer showing up soon.
Correct.
I love it.
That'd be great. I mean, as of right now, for those who didn't watch Spider-Man Far From No Way Home, I'm not gonna spoil it like Shane. I will say, now that certain Marvel Netflix shows are now MCU canon,
Correct.
Ah, man.
bro, it is about to go down.
Hey, for those of you who don't remember, there was a collection of comic books in a trade paperback called Bring On the Bad Guys. And in Bring On the Bad Guys, they had the origins of people like Kingpin and Green Goblin and other villains. And it was all villains. And pretty much your villains and bad decisions drive storylines forward. So if you want to see your heroes get challenged, hey, and I was talking to my lady today about Jessica Jones. To me, Jessica Jones was slow until the Purple Man started doing his thing. So, I mean, as far as villains go, Kingpin is always going to be up there. He's a puppet master in the back. He's manipulating things. He's making things happen. And, you know, Hawkeye's going to spend a lot more time putting those ice packs on his elbow and his shoulder and his head. You know, just to get the job done.
It was great. I mean, he wore the same outfit that he had on the cover of Family Business with the Hawaiian shirt. I thought that was great. I really liked Yelena in this episode. I feel like she was like the highlight of the Black Widow movie, and she kind of stole the show here too. I
love when they were walking through when they were fighting in the thing, and she was all there in the elevator, and she was like, "No, oh come on, why'd you do that? That was so childish." I'm like, she's so calm, and then you look at her face, and she's just Florence Pugh. I fucking love you. She was made for that character, man. Correct. In the Black Widow movie, she stole the show there. She stole the show here. I was a little sad when they were on the ice, and after she did what she did, that there was no fucking hug. If I would have been Hawkeye, I would have been like, "Oh, come here, Yelena. It's okay. Let's be friends." But I will say this, and I said it on Twitter last week. Mockingbird was just they just showed you Mockingbird and no one was paying attention.
I noticed that.
Yep, I'm glad you did. I was going to message you about that. I'm glad you did. For those who don't know who Mockingbird is, Mockingbird was a agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
And
Oh.
Hawkeye's wife.
God damn it! You just told everybody. You just told everybody.
Figure it out, people.
Man.
Figure it out.
See,
West Coast Avengers all day. Every day.
Trying to keep secrets, trying not to let the cat out the bag, so to speak. And this guy over here is like Hawkeye's wife. That's her.
We got spam chats.
Yep. You should do your job and put those users on timeout. Anyway, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here on another edition of the Roundtable Pros and Podcast. Phil, let the people know where they can find you at.
You can find me at PhilDL616. You know, I've seen people saying words, but, you know, won't mention my name or my Twitter handle. That's my Twitter handle. You can find me on Twitter. You got beef, tweet me. Don't get on your podcast and say stuff about me and not say my name. You know, just gonna throw that out there because, you know, people keep playing.
If y'all got hate with Phil, y'all got hate with me. Fuck it.
Time for talking.
Don't mess with Phil.
I said it. Phil, hey, when's the next time you're gonna hold a Twitter space?
I don't know. I did think about doing one on Friday because we're not going to have a new episode of Grapsity on Saturday because, of course, it's Christmas Day.
Christmas.
So, you know, I thought about doing one through the Grapsity account. I might still do that. You know, by the way, follow at Grapsity Pod if you don't already. You know, Grapsity every Saturday at noon Eastern on Fightful's YouTube channel. That's with me, Will Washington, and the man Righteous Reg.
Ladies and gentlemen, the show is funny. I listen to it every Saturday morning, and then sometimes on Monday because it's funny as shit. I enjoy you guys. I enjoy commenting on you guys. I enjoy talking to you guys. I enjoy teasing Reg about the fucking beans, all that cool stuff. Yeah, Shane, where can they find you, my man?
Well, they can find me on Twitch at Husky_518. My next gameplay, I'll be playing Skyrim.
Let me know when you don't play Call of Duty, man. Get that back.
I don't play Call of Duty. Just too overrated. Sorry.
Oh man.
It's just too meta.
Oh wow. You know, Shane, you just got a timeout. I'm gonna go ahead and do a Sean Ross app here.
No.
And mute. Anyway, I'm now the great muter. Julian, where can they find you at, Julian?
Oh, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Chemical Julian. And speaking of which, where can they find us 3 times a week?
Man, well, since you want to know, let the people know.
If you're in the Portland, Oregon area and you want to watch the show 3 times a week, hey, Mondays at 10 p.m., channel 22 Xfinity TV, channel 8002 Xfinity TV. Tuesdays at 9:30 p.m., channel 23 Xfinity TV and channel 8003 CenturyLink TV. And finally, you can also find us on Wednesdays at 9:30 p.m. on channel 11, both on Xfinity TV and CenturyLink TV.
Man, oh man. We are everywhere, doing everything. Look, man, if you want to listen to us, if you're driving around in your car and you're like, man, I really want to watch these guys, but it's against the law to watch a video while I'm driving my car. Although I do that shit. I'm just saying, it's against the law. I don't want to get a ticket.
Pretty
I don't
dangerous.
wanna hit
You might not
nobody.
want to do
I don't want
that.
to kill nobody. We're going to go ahead and mute Shane again. So when you want to do all those cool things, what you do is you go ahead and you just go check us out on Google Podcasts, Apple, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and all the major podcast platforms. We are everywhere. If you want
Including Podcast Addict.
Yeah, if you want to get some cool wrestling news, ladies and gentlemen, you can go to bodyslam.net for all your needs and all the opinions, the Rampage spoilers. Don't go there yet. All that cool shit. You go to www.bodyslam.net. You know what else, ladies and gentlemen? We enjoy you being here. We love the fact you guys come here every week. It's been a great day to have you guys on here. Phil, even you, Shane, Julian. It's been a great thing to have you guys on here today. Christmas is coming up, ladies and gentlemen, so I don't think we should do a show on Friday. What do you think, Julian?
I acknowledge your decision.
I acknowledge Adam Woods as my tribal chief. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Adam Woods from According to Woods, also on the bodyslam.net network. Okay, so you can find us, like I said, on bodyslam.net. You can find us everywhere major podcast platforms are. You can donate to BuySlam.net to help keep the website going so we can continue to bring you a wide and entertaining variety of pro wrestling and MMA related content by going to www.slamchats.com. That is www.slamchats.com. Become one of our Slamtastic slammers that can go ahead and slam Shane's ass constantly. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been your boy, the franchise. For Phil, for Chemical Julian, for Shane, thank you for joining us here at the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. And don't forget, check out Phil Lindsay on Twitter. But don't be in his DMs and don't be talking shit. Stop trying to bully my boy.
All day, every day.
Twice on Sunday. And with that being said, we are out.
Very